everyone, today we're going to be looking at how they see you now compared to your first meeting. So if you want to pick a pile or pick a deck, and then we'll get started. So this is deck number 1, deck number 2 and deck number 3. So take your time, see which one draws your attention. Got my hands in it. Hi pile 1, I've put your cards out already so I can have a little look because I'm nosy just to see how they see you and compared to your first meeting. So for your oracle card you've got the shadow, and for how they see you overall you've got the 9 of swords. So the 9 of swords basically is they see you as somebody who is going through some hardship. This isn't how they feel about you, this is how they see you. They could see you as somebody who's slightly anxious. They could see you as something has happened which may not be connected with them, but they can see some sort of anxiety inside you, or you haven't, or that it's a card of illusionary fears. I'm going to put 2 cards on this. Okay, so there could be a couple of possibilities with this and how they see you. They could see you as somebody who is in a work situation with them, and that you see that the relationship is unfair. Maybe they are underneath you or you are underneath them, not physically, but that you can't express your feelings openly. This is like a building, or it could possibly be a building, and this is like a relationship that is unbalanced in some way, where you've got to have, for some sense of propriety, put a mask on or a face. Or it could be, the other possibility that crosses my mind is it could be something to do with if they can sense some sort of anxiety, financial anxiety from you, to do with buying a building, buying a house, and putting money into a work situation, which sounds a little far-fetched, but that's the other thing that I'm picking up. But to me, it's almost as if they are sensing that when they've met you, that you're not quite comfortable with different levels in your meeting, that they have to perhaps, for instance, if you went to a shop and there's like a certain sense of just being polite, where you can't express your feelings, but they can pick up something from you. But their feelings from you are totally different. So their feelings are the Lovers, which is a major arcana card. So this basically means that their feelings are very emotional. To them, you've seen the ideal person. They feel romantic feelings towards you, and strong romantic feelings towards you. There's definitely that recognition that that you could be a potential partner if you're not already. These feelings are strongly physical feelings. I'm not saying they're just physical, but there is definitely a physical dimension to these feelings, where they find you extremely physically attractive, and they probably want to start something, because this is like a new beginning with you. It's just like they basically recognise you as a potential relationship that they feel quite strongly about. There's also an element of playfulness with how they feel about you. They will feel like they want to play with you. There's this sort of like childlike banter, flirting that they want to have with you, but they can probably sense that there is something quite anxious about you at the moment, as if you don't feel it's quite the right time, or there's something behind it that you don't feel the relationship is balanced enough to do this. But from their point of view, how they feel about you is extremely strong. They see you as a partner, they see you as extremely physically attractive, and they see you as somebody they want to play with, somebody they want to have fun. But there is a slight indecision here. If they are not playful with you, or you don't sense that sort of flirtiness with them, there's also the possibility that they could be weighing up another situation. I don't see that yet, so I would more likely go down the route that they see you as somebody they want to have fun with in a banterish type way. Made that word up. Number 3 here is how they saw you the first time that you met. From this, I pick up the first time that you met, they saw you as slightly childlike, spontaneous, somebody who's optimistic, who's looking out, somebody who's quite adventurous, somebody who wants to have fun, which probably goes with this card here. So you're probably somebody who is quick to say yes to anything if it's something new, and they can sense that in you, that you're somebody who is possibly quite fiery, who likes just to get up and do things. You might have discussed travel. You might have discussed some potential projects that you had on the boil. But that's what they would have picked up from you. It's like it's not like the Fool card that's exciting, but it's like a minor version of openness and vulnerability. So I would guess this person finds you extremely attractive, but is very aware that you have vulnerabilities. I didn't know when I pulled this card out whether it would be them or you, but I think that this person that you're talking about, or I'm talking about and you're listening about, is somebody who's quite intuitive. Oh my Jesus, I can't say that name. Intuitive? Is that right? Basically, they can read you. So this person that you're asking about is probably very sensitive and reads people well. They're probably quite gentle-natured. This isn't so gentle-natured. Their feelings for you are quite physical, but they feel something vulnerable inside you that they almost want to nurture in some way. Okay, you are prepared to you are the one that's prepared to put the work into this relationship. Something that you want to do is put the work into it. Okay, your next card is how they felt about you the last time that you met. So the last time that you met is very different from the first time that you met. So I really hope you've not just had one meeting with them, because these cards are very different. The first time that you met, it was almost as if you were like vulnerable, open, childlike, waiting for something to happen. They felt that, but it was a lot of sexual feelings here. They felt that you could be their partner, but for some reason these are cards that you walked away. So for some reason the last time that you met, you turned your back on them and walked away. And this is the card of what they want to do about that. And at the moment they have pulled back. You have walked off and they have pulled back and decided that they're just going to keep their own counsel at the moment, and it's almost as if they've retreated to recover. So both of you could be dealing with some sort of vulnerability inside yourselves. And let me just put another card in here to have a look. Okay, so this person I'm gathering is somebody who's quite passionate. It's somebody, because you've got the Ace of Wands here and you've got the Knight of Wands here. So it's somebody who's quite forward thinking, it's somebody who's quite spontaneous, it's somebody who doesn't basically like to play in relationships. They want fun. And what this pile here I'm picking up is that you are finding the relationship difficult because you are feeling vulnerable. Your first meeting, you probably didn't realise how much you liked them until you got to know them a bit better, and then something has happened that has made you almost, there's no defensive cards in here, but you've walked away for some reason. You've either discovered something or you felt it's too painful to open up and show your vulnerabilities. And this person is quite fiery. They have retreated into their own space, and for some reason they've cut off from you. They've decided that they're not coming forward. They feel as if there's tension in the relationship, and they feel as if there might be a lot of people involved. There's fights and arguments here. There's a heavy sense that you are, I can't say this, but I'm going to, because there's no like self-protecting cards here, but with this card here, how they see you are slightly anxious because the relationship's imbalanced. To me, it feels as if you are protecting yourself. I don't know if you've discovered something between your first meeting and your last meeting that has made you want to walk away, because that childlike sort of wonder and openness and wanting to know what's happened next has gone, and you've walked away and they have retreated. And it's almost as if there's a bit of tension between you now, that you don't feel as if you're going to go any further. Your advice for this situation is to move forward with it. If you work together, or if there's something together, something financial that you both exchange, you need to make the first move. You need to make some sort of offer, start some sort of project, or some sort of financial offer, so that you're going to have to make the move. This person isn't going to come out of their shell. They think it's over because you walked away. Let me put some. Yeah, okay, so this person, I think, I'm going to say this person again, is a feisty, fiery man or woman. I'm tending to think it's a man. It's something, they could be Aries, they could be Sagittarius, they could be Leo, predominantly in their chart, not particularly sun sign. But there's somebody who likes to take charge, they like to have an adventure, and they're probably looking for that in somebody else. You have recognised that in them, and you find that very attractive. There's no doubt that they find you extremely attractive at all, but for some reason you've walked away from the situation, they've pulled out, for want of a better phrase, and there's a feeling of tension between you. You're the one that's going to have to move forward. You're going to have to realise that there is a possibility of a lot of good times ahead of you, but you are the one that needs to make the move. You need to put the fun back into the relationship, put the fire back into the relationship, and the passion. This person feels passionately towards you. They want to have fun. They want it to be playful. They want it to be spontaneous. Those first things that they recognise you when they first saw you, they want those back. Right, pile number 1. I am going to leave it there for you. So good luck with that. It's funny that I've pulled for you lot the shadow. You lot's probably one person watching. It's probably my mum. I've pulled you the shadow card here, which was I felt a hard card to pull out. But pile 2 and pile 3, they've all got the similar cards. I don't know what's going on with everybody. So you need to have more confidence in yourself. You need to play. You need to have fun, because this person thrives on fun and physical attraction, and they feel that towards you. This is like the major arcana card. It's the only one out of these main ones here that you have got, and their feelings for you are extremely strong, stronger than anything that's happened between you or is about to happen yet. Just talking about these ones, not these ones. So their feelings are strong, and this person probably has very quick, open, spontaneous, feisty feelings. They want to play with you in all different ways. So it's your turn. It's your turn to make the move on this one. Right, thank you, pile number 1. Hi, pile number 2. Take your cards out, but I've not looked at them yet. So let's start. Let's start. Okay, you have got for your Oracle card, you've got the underworld, which to me, all I think of is in terms of planets, as only where I can speak. So to me, the underworld is Pluto. It is basically in life when you are pulled through the hedge backwards in the night, in the dark, with a blindfold on, and you think it's the most horrendous thing that's ever happened to you, but as you come out the other side, it's as if there is a new world. And you always carry the pain of what's happened, but you wouldn't change it for a thing when you get out, for anything when you get out the other side. That's the best way I can explain it. If you think that's a harsh card, pile 1 and pile 3 is exactly the same cards. I don't know what's going on. So let's have a look to see how your person feels about you generally, and how they saw you the first time they met you compared to now. So this is how they see you overall. So overall, they see you as, let me move these along, somebody who is, there's a strong bond, there's a karmic bond, there's a familiarity, there's a feeling that you probably both have come together to go through something together. With this card here, there's that sort of, you can't get away from each other. There's something you have been pulled to each other for. In astrology, it's probably connection to your nodes, could be south, could be north node. There's probably a feeling when you met each other of familiarity. And there's also that doom feeling of, This relationship might not be right, but you can't change your mind. You're going anyway for it. It's almost as if you're going to dive into the hedge yourself. Regardless as if you think it's the right choice, there seems to, in your mind, and sorry, their mind, isn't it? Because it's how they see you. They see that there's no choice because of the strength of the bond between you two, that whatever situation arises, they want to go through it with you. Does that make sense? You can't answer me. How they feel about you. So that's how they see you. It's like an immediate recognition. There's a feeling of, I've known you for a lifetime or many lifetimes. They just see you as a karmic bond, really. Okay. How they feel about you. So they feel about you as if they would find you extremely attractive. Justice to me is balance and beauty. It's somebody who's very comfortable in their own skin. You could be somebody who is, when I'm thinking Libra, I'm thinking somebody who is exceptionally beautiful. It could be in your own way. They would see you as exceptionally beautiful, and they would feel as if you've got everything together. You probably have a measured speech. You probably got a very soft voice, and if not, you're somebody who, when they say something, it makes sense. So they would feel towards you. See, these two cards go together. These are really strong cards because they're major arcana. They're and how they see you and how they feel about you are the same. They feel as if you have come into their life at the correct time, and they feel as almost as if they have, I'm going to say manifested, but that always goes to magician, so I don't want to say it, but you know, somebody who doesn't even know that they're dreaming about something, but then they make it become, I'm going to say manifested, a situation, and the timing is just correct. Even if it throws things up in the air, the time is correct. That's how they see you. You're almost as if some divine person who has come into their life, and it's just feels right. But with this card here, it may feel right, and they might have known, if they are quite aware of themselves, they might have known it was coming, and they have recognised that you are that person, but the process that you go through together might not be easy. But that's how they see you. You are the one that is meant to be in their life now. Let me put some extra cards and their feelings for you there. I mean, to me, justice is just fairness. It's beauty because it's balance. It's just somebody who's really measured, aware of themselves, in charge of themselves, but in a gentle way, who basically is fair with others. And their feelings for you must be, especially if they're an air sign, would be that you couldn't hope for more. If there's air in their chart, strong air in their chart, there's like a karmic feeling and a feeling that you're just the right person. I mean, even if you haven't got air, but to me, Libra. Yeah, you've got judgment twice here. And there's something strange about this pile already. Okay, you've got judgment twice, which is a huge, huge impact. And the fact that you are the one for them. You have come into their life for some reason. But I've got a funny feeling they're either coming out of a situation that's not easy, or they feel that being with you is not going to be easy. Right, I'm going to carry on so these make more sense as we go along. So the first time that they saw you, okay, the first time that they saw you, they might have felt that you were quite feisty, quite argumentative. They could have, if that's not right. If you are this gentle justice person who likes everything fair, you could have been actually debating. You could have been having a debate with each other, and they might have enjoyed that. If that's not true, they might have seen you in a whole group of people where they couldn't actually get close to you. So it's either the feeling that they saw you as having being extremely good at scrapping, and there could have been some verbal scrapping that went on between the pair of you, or they couldn't get close to you because there were too many people. Let me just put some extra cards on that because I'm so nosy. Let's have a look. Five of Wands. So that's like the Ten of Cups, this family, emotions. Working towards something. Okay. My thoughts here, if there was an argument, it could have been to do, to do with the family situation. You could have actually argued about family. You could have had some sort of feistiness about family, or it could be to do with the work situation that may involve some sort of emotional decision where you are working towards something, you feel quite passionate about it, and you've sort of had a bit of an argument about it. If it's not that, it could be just that they have met you in a family situation, and you might have known each other for quite a while, and they might just have seen you as one of those people that are quite feisty. They first saw you. Let me tell you the card to see if it makes more sense to you. So you've got this card here, which is basically arguments, lots of people, and people basically bouncing things off each other. It could be actual weapons of torture. It could basically just be words. It's just a full-on scrappy, tense feeling. What's crossing that? You've got the Ten of Cups, which is basically family. It's like emotions, or complete emotions, and then you've got the Seven of Pentacles, which is financial or work, and that's working towards something. It's basically they figured as if they've worked towards. When they saw you, you could have been working towards something with your family, with emotions. I don't know, that's difficult. I'm going to go back to that, but that's what I've got. If that makes more sense to you, I'll just tell you the meanings. Five of Wands. To me, it seems as if you've had a bit of a blowout between something to do with your family. You could have defended your family in some way, or worked for family business, or they work for family business and you've gone in with a complaint. I don't know, I can go on, but that, if you can get any feeling from that, that's better than I can do. Okay, the last time that they saw you is different from this sort of feisty. This, although it doesn't seem positive, it's grounded. It's something that's happened. You've had an argument. There's some sort of, there's been people there, maybe lots of family members. They couldn't get close to you, but you're physically there. The feeling from last seeing you is if they can't get hold of you. Either they haven't seen you again. They're just thinking about it, which is a possibility if you've just seen them once. There's lots of like thoughts and daydreaming, and they can't quite get their hands on you. Or you've seen them and I don't know, it's a weird one. They've just seen you, but they can't talk to you. There's just some way that they can't actually. These are very concrete feelings. These are dreamy feelings. Yeah, and for this, you very possibly could have only seen this person once. This person may have seen you and felt an extremely, extremely strong bond with you. I don't know your first meeting. I don't know what happened there, but it looks a bit scrappy to me. Or too many people, or just a general scrappy situation. Now here, it says you may not have seen each other again. This person is just thinking about you and wants to see you, but they're just daydreaming about it. If you haven't seen them, they want to see you again, and that's what they are trying to do, but possibly not any action towards it. Let me see. Yeah, no, they are just dreaming about you. They see you as somebody they are meant to be with, but it's not like somebody they're meant to be with. They want to go out and buy an ice cream. It's somebody they feel as if you have been together. If you believe in past lifetimes, this person feels that. They may not believe it themselves, but there's a huge connection between you. They feel this connection. They might not have got that from you, and they've just been left dreaming about it. They feel as this like sort of familiarity. There's a feeling of, you need to look at your charts together. You need to see if there's any nodal contacts with this one. Okay, so there's a strong bond here. Really strong feelings of familiarity. Like, I'm going to say your family. I don't mean that in a derogatory sense, as in they don't have emotions for you. and if it's a love reading, it's just that you are right. You know, when you meet somebody, you just talk to them normally and it just feels good and you feel as if you're at ease. That's how they felt with you, but as if it's meant to be. Okay. Right, your outcome. It's funny that it's the same card that is in your first meeting. It's as if you are outcome. See, this person here is trying to make you become a reality, and all they're doing here is they are trying to make some efforts towards you so that the outcome will, they'll reap their rewards in the outcome. See, the outcome isn't strong for me. It's almost as if nothing has happened since your first meeting, and this person is still trying to make something happen. They're trying to chip away some way, but it's not a strong card to me. They're just working on it because they want to be with you. But that end card is still almost as if you're working, and yeah, you've probably reap some rewards from it, but it's not what I'd want to see at the end, because you've got these huge cards at the beginning. The way they see you, the way they feel about the huge strong cards, and they really want to have you in their life because they feel this really strong karmic bond, and the outcome to me is a bit insipid. And your advice here is the relationship's going to get better, and you're going to. There might have been an argument, but it's almost as if you need to forget what's happened in the past, if there has been something a bit arsey between the pair of you. I'm going to put another couple of cards on here. Okay, so these cards are almost like the cards of a married woman. This is somebody who could possibly be in a traditional relationship with another woman, or you could possibly be married. But there's something like a traditional, either you are already married, and this might be a slight bit of a throw up in the situation, or they already married to somebody else, and they feel that they can't put a huge amount of effort in. If it's not that, it's that they see you here, because these cards are so strong, as marriage material. And although nothing's really moving much between you apart from a lot of daydreams on their part, they are trying to gradually chip away and move towards you because they see you as a long-term partner, which is highly possible. And for you to go towards this, it's not going to be easy because you've got this underworld card. This person, it probably feels as if it's going to be quite painful to move towards this. And I don't know why, unless one of you or both of you are in a relationship. But your advice is to keep yourself calm, to move towards a feeling of balance and orderliness. That's a word I made up because of these first meeting are quite fighty. You've got this twice actually. So they feel like you've moved away from them. Okay, I'm going to stop that there, but just to say before I finish, this person feels extremely strongly towards you. You may have pissed them off the first time that you met, or vice versa, but they are still dreaming about you. And if you're not married, they are working towards that. They want a traditional relationship with you. If one of you is married, they are still chipping away, hoping that there's going to be some sort of a reward at the end of it. The feelings are strong, but the actions aren't, if that makes sense. The feelings for you are extremely strong, but something is stopping them acting in a passionate, forward way, because these cards don't reflect their feelings. Feelings are strong, actions are basically, yeah, I'll keep working at it a little bit, see what happens. Okay, well, good luck. I hope that helps or makes some sense to you. Thank you for watching. Hi, pile number 3. Let's see how they see you now compared to the first time that they saw you, or overall how they see you as well. So your I'm going to say Apocalypse card there. Your Oracle card here is Apocalypse, which to me makes me think of the Tower card. If you think that's bad, don't worry, because for some strange reason pile 1 and pile 2 had very similar dark Oracle cards. But basically all this means, not that it's dark, it's more a case of that there's something in your life that has been trundling along. It could be a relationship, it could be anything, I don't know, because I haven't turned these over yet, and it's not serving you, it's not what you need anymore, and you have to recognise that and make a change. If you don't make the change yourself, the change will happen anyway, and it will be harder for you. So that we will go through the cards together and then see if this fits in with what we're looking at, if that makes sense. So your first card here is how they see you overall. How they see you overall is beauty personified. They see you as the ideal woman. They see you as gentle and soft, in touch with yourself. They see you as open and just beautiful, feminine, motherly, in a sense that you are in your own power and your own energy. You're aware of yourself, you're aware of the energy that you give out. You probably are very sensual. They probably see you as very sexual. They see you as everything. It's Venus. It is, you know, if they have a Venus in whatever sign, the type of woman that they will be looking for, when you popped up, you would have ticked every box. When a man or a woman, I'm thinking men actually here, I'm saying this because it would be different for women slightly, but if a man has a Venus sign and this woman turns up and she personifies this Venus sign, it's almost as if it's almost like a joke, in that the boxes that you tick are I'll give you an example. A man with a Capricorn Venus, and this woman turns up and she is wears a navy suit. She is older than him. She earns a lot of money, and they're like tick tick tick. So whatever, I'm not saying you're Capricorn Venus, whatever this person, especially if it's male, likes, you have ticked every box. What they feel about you, they feel, oh, yours is a nice pile, stay with this one, don't flip back to 1 or 2. They feel as if you are the ideal family material, you are the ideal wife or the ideal husband. They want to have the everything with you, the house, the family. You might already be married. They want a stable future with you. When this person daydreams about you, they probably daydream about being with you long term, about spending nights together, going on holiday together, family, home, everything. This is these two cards are beautiful. This person has really, really strong feelings for you and finds you extremely attractive, the whole package. The whole sort of family, wife. If you're a man having this reading, it's exactly the same. They probably see you as possessing gentle qualities of being extremely attractive. You're probably extremely creative. You might be an artist or just somebody that enjoys working in nature, and they would see you as somebody who they want to start a family with or have that ideal family situation. The white picket fence. I think that's an American term. We don't have picket fences here, I'm sure. Okay, so how did they see the first time they saw you? Oh my gosh, totally different. Okay, they saw you. This is how they saw you. They saw you as being very defensive. For some reason, you could have put on, see, if you're very in charge of yourself and very aware of yourself, you could have put on an act, or it could have been real, of being slightly above them and batting them back. you could have an argument where you were, I'm thinking Leo, I don't know why, when you're putting on that sort of don't speak to me like that, because these go with this, you know, do you know who I am sort of act. Very Leo. I'm not saying that you are a Leo, but that's the energy that I'm sort of getting from these cards combined together, because there's a family, there's the beauty, there's the awareness themselves, but this is feisty. They saw you as feisty, very in charge of yourself, very tough, inwardly very tough. We know you say enough is enough. I don't know why. Let me put a card in that because I'm nosy. Let me see why they saw you as such a feisty beast. Very stubborn. Beautiful. Everything but stubborn. Let me see why they would have thought that the first time that they saw you. Okay. You could have been defending your family or somebody that is close to you, or a man or a male. You're defending in some way your emotions or a man or some new situation that you have. If it's not a person, it's some situation that you feel emotionally involved with that you are starting up. And for some reason they've either spotted you being quite feisty and defensive with somebody else, and that's been their first perception, or they have got that from you, that you are somebody who is very in charge of yourself, emotionally secure, and you've got really strong really strong boundaries. Either that, or you have defended yourself against them. Okay, let's go on to how they see you now. Now their view from first meeting you to how they see you now. Now these three all fit together. So this is how they see. That's your old first time meeting. So how they see you now in these cards, as you can probably see from just looking at them. Are they in the right place? They're just like beautiful, emotional, creative, gentle, male or female. Just somebody who is not scared to be emotionally vulnerable, somebody who's kind, somebody who cares. You could be in the caring profession, you could work with children, you could have your own children, you could work in nature, but it's something gentle, open, probably expressive. Like a primary school teacher. Somebody who works with art, it's quite feminine. Even if you're a man, it's quite feminine. Your best qualities are the fact that you care for other people, and they see that in you. Okay, what action would they like to take towards you? Oh, best pile ever. Oh, okay, I don't get this card yet. This card is being dragged. This is the Tower card. Nothing apart from that feisty stubbornness here. This is just beautiful, because they want to have that relationship. They want to have that equal relationship with you. That's where they want to go with you. You're probably both aware that there's attraction there, and they want to move forward with that. There's no other way to say that. It's just really strong emotional feelings towards you. There's a huge attraction with this pile. If you listen to the other piles, I'm not one to make it up to make somebody feel good. This pile is lovely. You just stick together as if it's just right. It's just, and the feelings are the same from both sides. And to me, it's not. You are one of those people who are probably not afraid to show that, and they aren't either. So their actions towards you are. They don't feel that they're going to get batted back, even though this is here, but I haven't finished yet. Let me see. Outcome. Yeah, your outcome is going to be fair. It's almost like a karmic outcome. It's almost as if the work that you have put in together, or are going to put in together, will give you outcome. Okay, that is right. It's a fair outcome, because there's obviously quite a lot between. There's a lot of love between the pair of you, so it's not as if either you're out to hurt each other. Okay, this is making sense now. So the outcome with this person is going to be good. It's going to be exactly what you both deserve. Now, your advice here is to take big action. Now, this is the only two that these two now, for the first time in the whole lot, they actually make sense. Not make sense, but they stick together. It doesn't make sense. None of it ever makes sense. But this is like a tarot card to me, and this is judgment. And your advice is you need to do something big that could maybe a huge step for you to get closer to this person. And I don't quite know what that means, because the feelings between you are extremely strong, even though they perceive you as being, I can't think of a nice word there, when they first met you, it was just being stubborn. Your outcome is good, but your advice is almost as if you need to wake yourself up, and you need to make some sort of, you need to be aware how good this relationship is and what you're going to do to get it. And that might bring you that tower moment. It might be something you have to do to get hold of this relationship that could be quite painful. Let me see if it gives me. Okay, now this situation could possibly involve children, because you've got all these like family cards here. You could already be married, I don't know. You've got this like these like mother cards, mother, family, children, empress again. You've got two empresses, something to do with feminine energy. There's something to do with feeling extremely emotionally connected to this person, extremely strong pile, and it's just lovely open warm feelings. But to me, the only negative I can find of this is your action might somehow involve mothers, children, and you having to make some sort of stand where you are aware of what you want and how you're going to get hold of this. I'm not going to try and guess what else that is, so I'm going to leave you with that. You know, your pile is beautiful. There's a really gentle, open, honest feel about it. So you're very lucky. Right, pile number 3. Well done for picking pile number 3. I hope everything goes well for you. Let me know if there's anything in this that actually rings true, because this is probably the most interesting part, definitely the most interesting out of all 3. And I hope it works out well. There's just some sort of change that you need to make. Right, okay. Well, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye.